Sunday on Speed with the title on the line. NASCAR Race Day heads to Homestead. Wendy Venturini sits down with championship contenders Jimmy Johnson and Mark Martin, along with their owner, Rick Hendrick. NASCAR Race Day built by the Home Depot, live on Sunday at 11:30 Eastern. Eric Almirola, you see all of the tape on the front of that truck.
That happened on pit road.
Yeah, quite a bit of damage, and you can tell how much it's cocked the nose. It pushed it in at the grill and kicked it out down there at the splitter. So
that can't be
quite
good.
quite a bit of damage. I'll hurt his downforce, and there's where he happened.
Probably the other end of that.
And now that helped him.
Yeah, that won't hurt him at all.
Yeah.
These guys just had a hard time working it out, getting on pit road. They all got together.
There you go.
Initially coming to pit road.
Yeah. And then it gets worse when they get on pit road. You see Eric lock up the brakes for a second. They're not done yet.
There was some contact there, and now they're on pit road. And it, like you said, Phil, not done. Here it is. That was where the most extensive damage got on the 15. Green flag back in the air on lap 37. Again, it's Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Mike Skinner, Matt Crafton, and Johnny Sauter, your top 5.
Pretty good matchup now, I think, between Kyle and Kevin. I think they trucks are pretty equal. They should have a pretty good go of it now that they're up front by themselves.
And other guys, you know, worked on their trucks. We saw Mike Bliss and Timothy Peters all having strong runs, and maybe an adjustment here or there. We could see some other players in this thing.
Matt Crafton looked good there early on.
Timothy Peters was looking pretty good. Made a nice pit stop. Didn't lose any spots.
See that 88, Matt Crafton up into the 3rd spot, battling for that position with the 5 of Mike Skinner. Those two side by side on the track.
You think Harvick looked in his mirror on this restart and said, okay, Kyle made it. Time for me to up my game a little bit.
He's
just going to pick up.
I just think.
Oh, problems on the racetrack. The 41 gets turned around. That is Dan Brody. Caution flag flies once again.
Any damage? I don't see anything on the. Doesn't look like the truck's damaged.
It doesn't look like it.
Got a left rear tire down there, obviously, the right, both left sides.
Good chance the right sides are too.
Looks like the right ones are all. You might have 4 flat tires on that car.
Take another look. In the middle.
Ooh, you know what?
Boy,
This gets sucked around, man.
Dan said, what are you doing over there? Brett Butler made a strong move to the outside.
Just suck that back end around on that truck.
There's our Aaron's lucky dog. Rick Carmichael had a little bit of problem in qualifying and gets back on the lead lap here in the early going.
It's Camping World's Destination Recreation.
You know, it's amazing to me just how loyal all the NASCAR fans are out there. And the folks from Camping World certainly found that out this season. It's been my pleasure to bring you the Destination Recreation segments each and every week because I get to come to Camping World and look at all this cool stuff. Now, we hope you've enjoyed the 2009 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series season. And although racing's almost over for this year, Camping World is always here for your RVing needs.
Fans love Camping World. And what a great sport, obviously, to pair up with.
And we love the fans.
Everybody else goes tailgating. We go camping here.
That's right. It's a weekend of camping, and obviously Camping World joining for the first time their title sponsorship this year, taking over the Truck Series.
Isn't Camping World going to give a couple campers away tonight?
Ron's going to get a Class A, and a lucky fan's going to get one.
That is correct. They are giving 2 campers that are going to be given away later on this evening.
Now, I want to point out, people always talk about these double file restarts. We've always had double file restarts. They just happen to mean something now.
Aren't they a lot more fun now?
Oh, no, it's great. You're racing somebody for something, you know, not some guy that's trying to get a lap back.
You see, you put everybody where they belong. You got all the people that are on the lead lap together. You put the lappers together, and you just work it out.
And again, we get double file restarts next year.
Yeah.
So the lead lap trucks are on the outside. It's Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Matt Crafton, Mike Skinner, Johnny Sauter. Green flag back in the air.
Green.
Everybody coming up through the gears.
You know, that's always a good sign of who has the most horsepower. How they go up through the gears and how quickly they get up to speed.
Well, that Ron Hornaday's had a lot of horsepower over the years, then, hasn't he?
Or something.
He gets all that horsepower. He gets every bit of it that is there for sure. puts his foot down hard and it sticks.
Here's a great opportunity to see just how good that 51 truck is. He was able to get past about 34 trucks.
Uh-oh, trouble. Got a truck around here, the 25.
25 gets turned around. That's Mike Bliss in that 25.
Are we going to go caution?
It doesn't look like they've thrown the yellow flag yet. He is going the right direction and no caution.
He's got a flat tire.
Yeah, he didn't spin out bad enough.
No, but he has a flat tire, so he's going to be careful getting back to the pits. It'll blow out.
Battle for the lead up front. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch. I mentioned Kyle was able to go from the back to almost the front. Now he has Kevin Harvick to deal with.
And Harvick has Kyle Busch to deal with.
Yeah. Kevin Harvick sees that 51 in his mirror.
How big of a feather would it be in old Matt Crafton's cap to get up there and race these two? These two are the superstars of this sport. Crafton's had a solid year. Hadn't been able to get to victory lane yet. Just done everything right all year long, but can't match the pace of Ron Hornaday. But tonight could be a big night if he can get up there and beat those two.
Sure could. One thing, he's driving it hard enough to get up there. I can tell you that.
He likes that high line. He's been making that high line work. And for Kevin Harvick, remember, this is his prototype truck for next year, 2010. So he loves this opportunity to see how that truck stacks up against probably, you know, obviously one of the most fierce competitors we've had in the truck series over the last 4 or 5 years.
We've seen Mike Bliss has been able to make it onto pit road. This is the spin in the right side.
Just lost it. I mean, there's no contact or anything. It looked like the truck was just really, really loose, and it came around on him. Boy, did he luck out by not getting T-boned there.
Not hitting anyone or anything.
Watch this now, right to your screen. This is Ron Hornaday earlier. You're going to try to get up in line there. Colin said, hey, wait a minute, I'm there already.
He tried to crowd Colin out. Colin said, I'm in here, bud. We're going to have to work this out.
That's a game of chicken. You know, are you going to let me in or not, or am I going to have to hit you?
Look at Timothy Peters on the high side.
Woo, Timothy, not enough room, dude.
Yeah, it looks like Colin Brown, that truck is wiggling quite a bit. You see the 25 of Bliss back on the racetrack. Timothy Peters able to move by that 6 now.
Game of inches at 175 miles an hour. Those guys playing chicken at 175. That's fun to watch.
That was impressive right there that he was able to squeeze through there.
Adam Alexander, looks like that 6 has got his hands full.
Early on, Rick, we reported 3 in, tight in the center. Late in that first run prior to that first caution, he said it is loose all around. They made a number of adjustments when they pitted at lap 33 and 34, but he continues to talk about the truck being loose. Brown has dropped back to 8 since the restart.
Remember we talked earlier that when Colin Brown was running up in the top 3 or 4 that he had made his way as they run into the top 5. Well, right now, Johnny Sauter has that 5th position in points if the race were to end right now. With a pretty good cushion, though, right now over Colin Brown, who is in 6th. Actually, Colin Brown just lost another spot and lost that 6th position to Brian Scott just in the last few moments.
30 points separating now Johnny Sauter.
It just watching trucks, it fascinates me. That truck looks so good qualifying. You'd say, that guy's got this race under, he's got it in the bag. And here he is struggling in the race because of the impound.
Mike Bliss came down pit road, lost 2 laps, changing that flat tire.
22 trucks on the lead lap, only 3 off the racetrack. Shane Sieg, Richard Harriman, and Mike Garvey all off of the track.
We got a great battle raging here for the 5th spot. These guys 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Colin Brown running in the 8th position. We see him running on the back bumper of that 13 of Johnny Sauter. Then Timothy Peters up there in the 17. Again, those 3 trucks all fighting for that 5th position. Here's a battle for 10th and 11th on the racetrack.
Chad McCumbee able to get by the 30th. Talbot in the Copart Toyota to take over the 10th spot.
Stacy Compton is up to the 12th spot. He's still riding that high side, Phil.
He has been since practice.
He's committed.
Adam Alexander, Tom Bodine won this race a year ago. Does he feel confident about this week?
Rick, when he won the race last year, he started 18th. No one has ever started that deep and won this race until Bodine did it last season. So starting 14th this evening, not a major concern. However, the truck not handling as he would like. Loose on that first run. They made a couple of adjustments, wedge and air pressure. He continues to talk about the 30 being loose as you see Stacy Compton closing from behind.
Timothy Peters trying to take the spot away from that 33 of Hornaday. That's to get into the top 5. Timothy Peters breaks into the top 5. Now Ron Hornaday Day drops back to 6th.
Ron rides that low line. He likes it down on the bottom, and you can see Timothy and most of the guys that are pretty fast, they're rim riding around the top.
Watch the momentum.
Get so much more momentum down the straightaway when you run high like that.
They came off the corner fairly even. Timothy gained about a truck length and a half down the straightaway.
Look where our leaders are committed to running. They're right out next to the fence.
Kevin Harvick has a half a second lead over Kyle Busch. Matt Crafton running 3rd. Skinner is 4th. And Timothy Peters into the top 5. Ever since the drop of the green flag, it's been door-to-door racing and a battle for the lead.